That's too much lighting. Play around with the light a little bit. I think that's good. All right, y'all. Hello, your girl Euniycemari, your skin therapist, is back with another live. So today we are going to be talking about how to handle not being satisfied with a beauty service. Okay, I've been watching a lot of these TikToks. Okay, a lot of these Instagrams, a lot of these situations where you guys are going and getting a beauty service and you were leaving not satisfied. And one of the key things that really stuck out to me about this is that you guys are going out there getting your nails done, your eyebrows done, and then you're not happy. And so you are leaving and you are going in the car and crying and making a TikTok, or you are paying and tipping being unsatisfied and then going home and being mad. Okay, and I just want to give you guys some tips on how to handle when you are not satisfied with a beauty service, and how to really make it work in your benefit. Okay, so let's get to this. Let's get to this. Right, the first thing that I want to say is always be honest and be real with what you're feeling in that moment. Okay, if you walk into an establishment and the energy is off and something in your gut is telling you don't do it, honey, don't do it. Okay, listen to that inner gut. Okay, if something is giving you this place seems like it's a bad place to come, listen to that gut and walk out of there. Okay, read the room. Okay, if you walk into an establishment and the energy is off, the worker is rude, or the person who's going to do your service is rude, or the attitude is really, you notice that it's kind of like messy, you notice that things aren't, if it just gives you a weird vibe, don't do it. Okay, always go with your gut. Also, when you are sitting in a service, let's just use nails as an example, because I hear a lot of nail stories about how people are unsatisfied with them. If you're sitting down and you're getting your nails done, and you are watching how somebody is working with your nails, and you are not liking their technique, say something. If you get to the part where they're actually like starting to file your nail or do your nail and make it form into a shape that you want, and you're noticing it's not looking how you want it to look, say something. Okay, don't sit there in a nail service and continue to let somebody jack up your nails and give you what you're not there to pay for and then tip them and leave. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You guys have to start to voice and be very honest about what you're feeling when you're going to get these beauty services, because that's what you guys are supposed to be. You guys are supposed to be that voice to that beautician or that nail tech, whoever, to let them know this is what you're doing right, this is what you're doing wrong. Okay, so read the room. Okay, if something feels off, something feels off, right? Another thing, y'all got to stop tipping people that you don't have a good experience with. All right, this is the thing, right? Y'all be tipping people after they done jacked your hair, your nails up. They don't give you what you came in for, and you're still tipping. You tip an individual in the beauty industry when you are satisfied with their work. So if you guys are not happy, why are you tipping them? Why are you tipping them? The fact that you paid for the service and walked out is enough, but tipping is that additional, like, I love what you do, here's a little extra, right? If they didn't give you what you wanted, why are y'all tipping them? You get what I'm saying? I tip my nail girl $20 each and every time. Why? Because she's good at what she does. She takes time with my nails. She makes sure that I like what I like. And each and every time afterwards, they look good. I get them done this weekend, but they look good. Okay? So I tip her accordingly. But if I was to go and get my nails done and they're not what I want, I'm not paying or I'm not tipping, or I'll pay but I'm not tipping either. However that lies out. So you guys have to stop tipping when you guys are not satisfied with a beauty service. And on top of that too, stop smiling and going, oh yeah, everything was good, and then you go to your car and you cry in the car. You on TikTok? Oh, I went to this nail salon and they my no, 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 no. Say something when you're inside of the place. Okay, I don't like what this is. I don't like what it is. Listen, I don't want to continue. I'll pay half for whatever the service is. Work it out. Okay, go and get your nails done somewhere else. right? I didn't make any notes today, so we just going off of the top of my head on this one. So hopefully I don't forget anything when it comes to talking about this subject. All right. So we talked about reading the room. We talked about tipping and all that. Another thing, right? If you're in a situation where you are getting, like we've been talking about, your nails done, and you tell the nail tech, listen, I don't like the way that my nails are coming out. If that nail tech gets an attitude with you or treats you up, like they get an attitude with you, they're rude to you, you don't want to have your nails getting done by that person in the first place because it shows you their character, right? Not, listen, I'm a waxer, right? And I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I've had people come to me and they love me, and I have people come to me and they don't like my work. They don't like how I work. They don't like what I do. So you're not for everyone. That's why there's a lot of beauticians out there, because you find your person, right? But in the midst of somebody may telling me like, "Oh, I didn't enjoy this or I didn't enjoy that," I don't take it to heart, and I don't, start to become aggressive with them or anything like that. It's like, okay, cool. That's cool. I'm just not the waxer for you. You'll find somebody else. But if you have someone who is rude to you, yelling at you, cursing, throwing things, threatening you, why would you even want that to be on nail tech? That's not a person that has a good character. And I wouldn't want them touching me with that energy anyway. You get what I'm saying? So you got to learn to like read all aspects when it comes to the beauty service industry, and you guys really have to learn to stand up for yourself and say something when you guys are not satisfied with these services, because I'm seeing way too much of y'all not liking y'all services and y'all just letting that shit ride. No, no, if you are unhappy with the service, say something. Okay. And then we'll talk about this whole like money thing, right? So of course, when you're getting a service, right, usually they're like, oh, I want you to pay the whole thing. I honestly believe that if a client comes in and let's say you guys get halfway through the work and that client is not happy with what you're doing or what's going on, I do believe, and they stop halfway and they're like, you know what? I'm not feeling this no more. I don't like your work. I honestly think that they should pay at least half of their service because you got halfway through what you're doing, right? If they get all the way to the end and they go, I don't like it, and they didn't say anything, I do think you should pay for full service, because you should have said something some time ago when you didn't like what you didn't like. You get what I'm saying? So I do feel like there are certain things that cause for where you pay and all that, but I do think that's why it's important for you to be mindful from jump when you go and sit in that chair and peep it. All right. If the first three nails are looking jacked up before they paint them, all that, hands down, I can't do this. I'm out. Here's $20. I'm out, right? But if you know your finger is pointing to the right and it's supposed to be straight, and you sit there and let that woman continue on your nails while they look jacked up, you deserve to pay the full price because you let it happen, right? I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling y'all, just stop allowing them to play with your time. And then I be seeing these, okay, I'm about to go on a rant. I already feel it. And then I be seeing these places. I was watching a TikTok video. This girl went in, get her nails done. Y'all know the typical nail salons, right? The typical nail salons. Yeah, they don't like us anyway. Anyways, so she go and sit in the chair and she getting her nails done, and the lady comes up to her and she smacks her hand. A lady that works at the nail salon smacks her hand. I'm telling you, smack my hand and you're not gonna have a hand when I'm done with you. Okay? Okay? Because this is the thing. Y'all also allow them to abuse y'all. I don't understand that either. And then y'all still go back to the same salons and get y'all nails done and all that. I don't make it make sense, because the moment you would have touched my hand, oh, it's over. It's over. Don't touch me. It's over. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know. It's like the way that y'all be letting people abuse you. They be cutting up people's cuticles, all types of stuff. Like, you guys have to understand your rights as a, I don't want to say Patreon, but as somebody who is getting the service, you should know what it is that you get, and you have to educate yourself, okay? But y'all need to speak up. If y'all see somebody double dipping a stick and y'all getting a wax, run. Somebody taking that same stick, because I be seeing this at the nail salons, they be taking that same stick, the one that they just use on somebody's coochie, Okay? And now they smeared it across the top of your lip and dipping it back into the wax pot because you don't know no better, or you not watching and paying no attention. Next thing you know, a couple of days, you got bumps all over your lips. Yes, real life. Okay? Real life. That's what it is. You look at that wax pot is dirty. Got all types of stuff on it. They've been using the same wax pot for 30 years. It ain't clean. It ain't nothing. Right? True story. I'm going to tell y'all a story. Me and a homegirl of mine years ago, she went to go get her eyebrows waxed at a nail salon, right? I went to the back with her to go get her eyebrows waxed, right? Lays on the bed, lady starts to wax her, right? Hey, Sarah, I see the wax pot. The wax pot looks like it's been sitting there for quite some time. Okay? Quite. They've had that wax pot for over 20 years. That bad boy has not been changed in none of that, right? And the lady takes a stick that's already been sitting on top of that wax pot, dip it into the wax pot, and begins her eyebrows. Now, my alarms in my head are screaming because I already know what's up. So I asked the lady, I said, "You use that wax stick on everybody else?" Uh, uh, She didn't expect me to ask that question because a lot of times people don't be knowing the questions to ask. But she, no, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because you didn't go and pull out a clean stick like you're supposed to. You're not supposed to double dip. You're supposed to pull out a clean supplies, make a little SMA. If you a cosmetologist, esthetician, you know the routine, right? Use that same stick on her eyebrows. And I'm just sitting and I'm just like, and my homegirl was like, "Well, I ain't never had no issues. I've been going to her for forever." And I'm just like, this is why things are spread. This is the reason why y'all walk around and catch infections and stuff, because there are people out here that are doing all this stuff and they don't know the rules. Okay. Nope, I will cancel the appointment. Exactly. And this is why I tell a lot of people to do your research on what is supposed to be standard when it comes to safety with when these services are done. If your nail girl is not pulling out sterile items that you see in a plastic little seal bag or out of a barbicide jar, and they're just coming out of a drawer and you're unsure, you can always ask, "Can I get clean utensils? Can you pull something from a clean?" Like, you got to be careful. Are you vaccinated? Aren't we all vaccinated? That's a very broad question. If you're going to ask me if I'm vaccinated, you got to be a little bit more specific, because we're all vaccinated from the day that we come out the fucking womb, right? They shoot us up. So, got to be more specific with that question. But yeah, it's just, it's, you guys have to be really a little bit more on it. There was another story I'm gonna share with you guys. There was a girl I was following on TikTok, and she got a drip. You know how you guys go and get those little like beauty drips at like those spas, and she ended up catching a flesh eating disease from a drip. Right? Obviously, wherever she went to, they weren't sanitary, they weren't clean, and now she's been battling this health issue for years. And it tore up her whole skin and all that. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's just, you got to be very mindful of what you're getting yourself into. You're so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. You get what I'm saying? So, this is the reason why, as a professional, I like to come on here and actually talk to y'all and really tell, my clients and tell you guys, speak up when it comes to these beauty services. If you're not happy, if you see something that makes you cringe, get up and leave. And you guys know y'all can call state board and all that stuff on someone. If you don't see, oh, another thing, license. You should be able to ask for a license at any moment. Any moment. I live in California. You need to be licensed. Okay. So if you walk in somewhere, the first thing you should be actually looking for is a license. If you do not see a license up, ask for a license. Look at the license. Make sure that it is not expired. Make sure that it has a correct date or to date on it. Okay. Stop playing with you guys' health like that. No, ask these questions, and it's not doing the most, it's protecting yourself. Because anyone could say that they're a cosmetologist and just open up a little shack in their home and you go there and they're in there mixing up chemicals that don't need to be mixed up and put it onto your scalp. Next thing you know, scalp burnt off, you in the hospital, and couldn't find out that person's not even licensed. They don't even know the science behind mixing chemicals together. And that's the thing about going to school too that a lot of people don't understand. Beauty school is not just you sit and you play in hair. We learn so much in school when it comes to diseases, when it comes to skin conditions, hair conditions, how to protect yourself and the client. And it's not just from burns and, cutting them, but that's also from like pathogens. That's from like diseases. You get what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that we do, if we are not clean, you can transfer something from one person to another easily. You get what I'm saying? And there was another story I heard about a hair salon. They had a outbreak of like hand herpes going on. Listen, stop playing. Stop playing. This is why I'm like, you guys have to be on your P's and Q's. And I never ever, like, when a client comes in and they're looking around the room, I don't feel no type of way because that's me. And when you're looking around the room, I'm like, okay, this person knows, they know what's up. They know what they're looking for. They know what to look for. And they're just being very observant of what is going on. And they're asking questions. And that's how it should be. Walk into the room, first thing you should look for, license. You should be looking for that license, baby. You should be, where is that? Can you show me a license really quickly? And they should not get mad. Any person should not get mad. You just go, okay, cool. Because if they got it and it's legit, why would they get mad? If they get mad, they hiding something. Anybody who licensed, here's my license. You look at it, okay, cool. Let's get started. You know what I'm saying? Like, protect yourselves out here, because you can catch herpes. You can catch flesh-eating diseases. You can catch things that you're gonna have to deal with long term because somebody didn't sanitize something. I deal with doing Brazilians all day. People bleed. There's discharge. Hopefully nothing is flagged in this video for me saying those things, but it's the reality of it. So with gloves on, and that's another thing, hopefully y'all ain't out here letting people wax y'all with no gloves. Hopefully y'all ain't letting people out here wax y'all with no gloves. Oh my gosh. Listen, when you're waxing someone, they bleed. Don't know if y'all know that, right? I have waxed people and the follicle comes up and there's bleed. When you're waxing someone, you're creating little tears in the skin. Follicles are being removed. You can cause bleeding. And you're going to touch that blood. So you're telling me you don't know this person if they have any of that other stuff going on. I don't want to say too much all that medical things on here because, I don't want YouTube to act weird. But y'all know what I mean. The H ends with a V, okay, and all that other stuff. And my thing is, you're just taking your raw hands and you don't know you can have a cut in your hand. You're just placing them all over the down below and with no gloves and no nothing on. Y'all wild. I've seen so many videos of people waxing people bare hand. Y'all are wild. There is no way you would ever catch me allowing anyone to wax a bare hand or barehanding anyone's wax. Not at all. There's too much out here going on. And when you know about it, it's some scary. Not, I don't want to say scary, but you become very, very aware of the things that you need to do to protect yourself. You get what I'm saying? I was talking to my man earlier this morning when I was getting ready for a client, and I was mixed up the pot with like a wooden stick because we use a wooden stick, and and he was like, oh, like why don't you use a metal one? And I was like, no, because after each person, I throw the big stick, I throw that in the trash. You want to know why? Because during service, you can touch a client doing a Brazilian, go over to the pot, grab a stick to mix the wax just to like reset the temperature of it. So now you just put what you touch from the client down below onto that wax stick, right? If I don't change that wax stick out, I can take my gloves off, do whatever, not really think about it, go back and touch that stick bare hand, okay? And now whatever was on there is on my hands. You got to think about how things are transferred through touch, through all of that. Okay, I don't play no games. SMA in the trash, stick in the trash. Wipe down everything with those wipes that kill everything. Okay, everything goes into barbicide right after you're done with it. I don't play them games. I wash my hands after clients, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really be on your stuff, because I ain't trying. Nope, not today. Okay. But anyways, y'all, I am ranting. Do you guys have any questions about how to handle a bad service or a service that you guys are not happy with? I try to cover the basics or so in this video and give you guys some of my own personal examples, because I am in the industry and I also get my nails done. I'm in the industry both ways, so I know what it's like being a customer and also doing a service. And so just a little background, I'm a cosmetologist. I don't know if you guys, you guys are probably new here, but I'm a cosmetologist. I've been a cosmetologist for about almost 10 years. And I have been doing waxing for about 6 years. Okay. I also run my own skincare business, BodyCareByEuniyce, but that will be changed. The name of it is changing. I'm rebranding it right now, and I'm pushing to get it out again mid-month in July. So, and I've been doing that for about 5 years now. So I'm pretty in the game. So you guys can always ask me questions about anything when it comes to skin, service, all that, okay? All right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I guess I'm going to go. But I really do hope that this was helpful to anybody out there who is going to get a service or thinking about getting a service. Just some little key tips and some little things for you to think about the next time you step into an establishment, to make sure that you, number one, are getting what you are paying for, and number two, you are protecting yourself. Okay. And with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I will definitely come back with another live tomorrow. So I will see you guys manana. And yeah, have a great, what time is it? Is it nighttime yet? No, it's still evening. Have a great evening, y'all. Bye. How do you turn this thing off? Okay.